Do you know one of the biggest mistake people does when we're talking about the face and the expressions? They think the micro expressions and gestures are the same. Guess what? They are not. Because everybody needs Google or a dictionary. That's where we develop Human Behavior Dictionary. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we're going to get videos to you to understand how the body works, how the emotions and everything is connected. Because we call it web, words, emotions, and behavior. So while we're talking about that, nothing is divided, nothing is together. Everything is need to be read at the same time. And today we're going to talk about micro expressions and gesture. I have the huge luxury to study with Paul Ekman International in California, and I moved to the UK to study with him too a couple of years ago. Paul Ekman is the one who followed the studies that Darwin was doing in 1882, in 1872 actually. Why I remember? Because it's 100 years later. I was born 1972. Now you know how old I am. So what happened is Paul Ekman had a grant on the 60s, and he decided to follow on the studies that Darwin did. Friesman and Ekman were the one going around the world studying micro-expressions, and they found out that initially we have 6 micro-expressions that are universal, and we're going to go to each of the micro-expressions one by one. We have anger, and I tend to forget some. So anger, happiness, disgust, contempt, sadness, and I forgot one. Let me know which one I forgot. I don't have my notes with me. And actually, they become with initially 21 micro-expressions, they mix with gesture, but at the end, we have 9. Do you know that we don't have 7? Actually, we have 9. In our class, web, the Human Behavior Dictionary, we talk about the other 2. But today, we're not going to give you the tip. We're going to talk about micro-expressions and gestures. So what happened? Micro-expressions are things that your brain is telling your face about your emotions, are a quarter of the second, happen fast. Surprise. I think I forgot surprise. That's the one I forgot. Surprise. So happen really fast. It usually happen at the same time that someone asks you something, or you saying, I don't like that. Discuss, I don't like that. If they happen before or after, they're macro expressions. Is you trying to convey to the other person and make sure the other person understands the situation. For example, you says, well, this service is going to cost $10,000. Really? Why? You see, my face hold expression. That is not spontaneous. Can be spontaneous, and as soon as you realize your brain is giving that expression, you're going to reinforce the situation. That is the difference between micro-expression and micro-expression. Now, gestures. Gestures are things that we do with our face, or we do with our body. For example, tell me more about it. That is a gesture. And it happened to me when people want to interview me and says, well, an expert in facial gestures. No. Micro-expression are microseconds of the expressions. They need to be correlated. When I'm saying something and I show that expression need to have in correlation. If it happened before or after, are provocated. Now, if I can hold an expression for longer because I want to give the right message, those are macro expression. Macro means that is longer. Now, if with that, I make a gesture like, I don't know. This is a discuss with a gesture in your face. So be sure to understand. And again, we have 9 micro expressions. Maybe if you're nice and I'm naughty that day, I can tell you the other 2. But we're going to start talking about micro expressions. But before we start going deeper, we need to understand the difference. And maybe you says, duh, Susan, everybody knows that. You will be surprised how many people still confused with that. If you like to receive this information in your email 2 times a week on Wednesdays and on the weekends, so you don't miss anything, subscribe to our newsletter. If it's not, you can find us here Tuesdays and Thursdays. See you next one.